I think the interesting thing too is like Gambit when they lost their player and we're trying to think about all right who we're going to bring in. They brought in Ein, right? There was this question of like how are they going to, because I think a lot of people, and Trent and I were talking about this, we were thinking that okay, are they going to get Solo? Like, is that team that Solo's playing with going to pick this person instead? And to me, the fact that they decided to go for Ein, this sort of lesser known player, tells me that they're really comfortable with Immersion's leadership style, and they're like, we're going to really give the reins to him and let him decide how the draft goes, how the play goes, all that stuff. He's a player I really believe in just for his individual skill. He's really talented. We'll see if they can keep it up here. And you've got a lot of old names in the scene mixed with the new ones as well. You got Afterlight. This guy has literally been around forever. He's been around the block more than a few times, paired together with some new superstars as well.
Seems like
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was gonna. It seems like that's a, I guess, like a trademark of this region right now. Like, I feel like when we watch a lot of the Chinese teams, for example, they tend to have like all young rosters. Like now, they are actually starting to mix in a few more veterans now. But one of the standards they've always had in that region was this like B team, or the junior varsity team, essentially, right? Where it'd be like 5 just straight up young guns all playing together. But what we're seeing is a bit of a constant here throughout these teams is like younger players and then like old dude. Like some players to try and give a little bit of experience and perhaps one would hope temper some of the mentality, because that, of course, can just be the hardest aspect of Dota, and something that takes the longest to learn is controlling that team energy and emotion here. But the hero themselves, they keep getting picked up here as we find ourselves with another Faceless Void and Phoenix combo. Monaco Gambit going hard. Well. Yeah, true. Also returning with some hard damage in the Chronos here.
The Sand
We've
King.
not seen the Sand King yet today, so that's new, and also the Grimstroke, I believe, is new as well. So that's some interesting new picks coming out from HellRaisers. I imagine that's a 3 Sand King and a mid puck being picked up first, which again we've not actually seen this qualifiers as well. So some brand new heroes coming out there. Talk me through those.
Well, the puck was kind of like, I think Gambit like daring them to do it, right? They first pick this Nyx overall, and they're like trying to have this hero here to say, okay, this is the answer. Because I feel like puck's been banned out a couple of times recently, and I think it's an okay answer. I think Nyx is underrated, but simultaneously still not that great. if that's fair enough.
I don't know. I saw that Aghanim Scepter. Everyone saw that ESL one summer where stocks of Nyx have risen exponentially. All right, the pile of dirt is king. He's king of the hill.
I can dig it a little bit, but like there's still some stuff.
You can
like
dig it. The pile of dirt. Yeah.
No problem. I do it naturally.
Wow.
I am lyrical after all. So the Sand King, though, to me, this is the hero that I think is like quietly really, really good. I don't know, sandstorm damage. It just feels so strong right now. Like a lot of people buy pipes, but still it's not like the greatest thing to have to do. And so it feels like you don't really want to do it. And you pair that together with the puck now. And I just feel like they've got massive amounts of damage, and they're queued up for like some big heavy hitter at the end. Whether that's, a Luna or, Medusa's been banned out here, but they need something like that just to deal out the right click deeps, and they're going to be solid.
Mm-hmm.
But they've banned, AS Monaco Gambit have banned out the Wraith King and the Jug, so they clearly think they're going to be going for that melee core.
They want an Inkswell combo that can just like stun into Inkswell, so I think that's why they're worried about it. But then there's the concept of going for like the Terror Blade or something too,
right?
Where I was going to suggest the Terror Blade.
Yeah, that one's also a little bit worse. And there's a lot of magic damage though, so I don't think it would be like the worst situation for Gambit if that comes out. So
Terror Blade got picked up earlier today in response to the Void as well. So that's clearly a combo people are liking in Eastern Europe. But let's talk about AS Monaco Gambit's final pick here. They're looking probably for an offlaner.
Yeah, the only problem is
something very funky.
Yeah, they don't know who the one is right now, so they might have to pick something like a little bit safer. Just you don't want to get like Ursa or something, depending on who your 3 is, because it's already a potential. And they go for the DK, so he has certainly looked pretty safe. Again, the snap pick. Well, I said it. You get Ursa, but
yeah. Well, very much DK not countering Ursus. They're very happy with that. That looks like a pretty strong lineup for me from both sides, but I personally would favor HellRaisers. How are you guys feeling about these two lineups?
I need a second, Trent. You talk about it.
I would say that right away the lanes is probably where I would start, and to me it looks pretty solid for Gambit. I'll be very curious to watch the Dragon Knight lane. I think that'll be the most important one to see just how they manage that with the Fury swipes. That could be the biggest issue for them. And then in combination, there's also a lot of stun combos for like Hoodwink Sand King, the Grimstroke with the Inkswell too. So overall, I'd probably hand to the HellRaisers lanes. I think that could lead to a bit of an issue for Gambit.
I kind of wanted to see a life stealer at the end, so I'm gonna go Gambit here. that's all I got. I'll talk more about it in the cast.
Pure. They didn't pick what I want, so I hate them.
Lose.
Yes.
Bias caster.
Fair enough. I will let you guys get to it then. I think we're going to have a very exciting game. I will head off and let you guys cast the game.
Well, here we are, Trent.
Yeah.
This is the benefit of doing panel.
Why does he get to leave?
Cast.
Can I go? Do you just... You want to handle
I don't
this?
think so. No, I'm good.
No,
maybe we could just all leave and just like go without casters for a little bit too.
I know there's some people in the chat that would appreciate that.
That would be so bad. Oh no, it's like best cast ever. No
yeah, this game was amazing. Petition to Valve: no casters at TI.
You know, let the play speak for itself. That's what they always say, right? Nobody's ever said that.
Come on.
So. My issue here with the Ursa that I'm a little bit concerned about is that I think Phoenix is really good, and I wanted like an egg hitter that didn't have to worry about spirits and all that stuff. And like, yeah, you got overpower, it's gonna be good, but like, is it gonna be good enough? Do they have enough egg hitters? And I'm worried that when they're trying to do it, they're just gonna get like walloped and get torn up by this like Lina in the back lines. I don't know. What do you think about it?
I think my main concern. It's true. If we get to a point in the mid game where it's like a little bit even, or perhaps a bit of an edge for Gambit, that could be a bit troublesome for them trying to pick off that egg. But I feel like there is the potential to have a serious lead out of this laning phase because of the heroes that HellRaisers took. The more I look at it, the more I just feel like this should go well in their favor. I think the rotations are very difficult. Speaking of rotations, Reza, wow, they just got right on top of them.
Damn, dude. They were mega ready. And Lil able to come on in there and claim first blood. Not bad. Cool, man. It's like, yeah, thanks for taking that, buddy. The heck's wrong with you?
Where does he go now, too? That's the question. Is Kume going to go all the way back down bottom? Because they've already made the swap. They've given Immersion the Phoenix, which I think is really important for the laning potential, right? Because you don't want to send a 4 Nyx and a 3 Dragon Knight versus an Ursa. That's just going to go horrendous for you. You'll have no power whatsoever. They want this Phoenix in that matchup. And I'm curious if HellRaisers are going to try and do something to mix that up here.
Oh, we'll see if they do. Lil already came on in there and was able to scout out that, yes, indeed, there is a ward underneath the tower. So they're going to go for the D ward afterwards, most likely. Able to get a quick spot right there. And can they get the last hit? Nicely done. Takes it down. Interesting.
That was interesting. It was like, yeah, a little greedy to do it like right in his face like that, but it also meant that, you know, Lornov eventually wants to go and get the block, so.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
This is solid, though. I think having the Phoenix down here, they've got the matchup they want for Gambit. This definitely saves the lane of Afterlife. As like Iron is trying to get something sneaky happening here. Was maybe hoping for like a courier or something, but actually just gonna block and take care of that small camp. Wants to make sure that there's no additional gold in the mid for Young G.
That's cool. There was already a sentry that was placed down there, so that was to try and de-ward it, and then they get the D-ward to the D-ward, or the ward to the D-ward, which I definitely said correctly. Interesting. So yeah, a lot of, like, it feels like they definitely have, like, done some early scouting from that, you know, smoke that went up top and was able to find them as they moved out across the map, and now this, like, de-warding game, liking so far what we're seeing from HellRaisers. And so far, they're not getting completely stomped in the lanes. That's good. You know?
Dream hasn't struggled too much either with the Nyx being gone. I mean, he's done all right. The Wave's pushing into his tower right now. Rezo is level 2 though, so potential for some serious harass if they make any sort of mistake.
True enough. Still hanging on to that second point after taking the burrow strike, and is going to now commit for the caustic. So obviously against these melee heroes, caustic can be pretty annoying and a good chunk of extra harass going out there. We'll have to keep our eyes on that if there's any potential for a big blow up.
Yeah, you're always looking for a smaller damage over time versus Faceless Void, so it's harder to negate the harass with the time walk, similar to what he just did there with the jump away. Because mid lane, yeah, things are getting a little bit spicy here between Youngji and Lorinov.
And I think up top, Ein might be dead. The right click's coming in, needs one more afterwards. Fairy Fire is there, and does he have the Stroke of Fate?
No mangoes.
Doesn't have any mana. Oh. All right, so he gets away. And in fact, even going to get a little pot shot off there from the tower. Yeah, but mid lane, like you're talking about, Lorinov already having a good start. 14-1 versus the 9-1. Was able to hit a couple freehand LSAs and also obviously denying out that camp from the puck. Now brings out the sentry.
Yeah, they'll be back and available. Ooh, no face shift available for that one though. So it does connect the LSA there, and 16-1 to the 11-1. So yeah, great start right now for Lorinov, and just keeps that pressure going. No face shift again from Youngji. Gotta start getting those fingers warmed up here. It's a tougher hero and matchup to play, I think, on your first game. You know, I hope he's not coming in cold and he's warmed up here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's one of those ones too where, like, I don't know, the level 6s are so impactful, but sometimes they can be a little bit, we're actually able to bait that one out. Good jump forward with the Waning Rift to dodge the damage, but still taking harassment from Lorinov. You can tell he wants to just like dominate this lane. Like, he is trying to do everything that he can right now to force Youngji out of here.
Yeah, just sending in like the clarity like that too, and just expecting maybe some rotations for the 4-minute as well. It does have the bounty rune still up there by the triangle, so they also continue to keep that ward vision that they planted at the very start for HellRaisers. So that's going to allow Youngji to know what happens on these rune rotations, and that could be the downfall to Lorinov. Oh, good one.
Phase shift gets out of there. Haven't talked a whole ton about up top now again, as Ein keeps on trying to do it's just some movement in here and disrupting any pulls that go on. It's not often that you see a Nyx with only 1 point in mana burn, and like that's all he's been doing. Like, Ein is coming over now to try and secure this rune, but can't stun. Oh, there it
nice
is by Carapace. No,
that was a sick call out.
Damn.
He's like, all right, this Nyx has in his mana burn, so there's no way he has Carapace, because obviously he's going to take stun next.
That's pretty hype. I like that a lot.
It's a pretty cool play that you can do as Nyx Assassin. I think it's only like the more experienced Nyx Assassin players think of it, because it's just for the heroes that really suffer from mana pool, because you're just trading your 100 mana for basically their 100 mana usually-ish.
Ooh, down bottom. Afterlife and Coolman going through a little bit of a battle here. The chase down continuing. They tried to get a little sneaky with it. Instead, it's Afterlife that goes down. Immersion. They do have another Earth Shock in a couple seconds, but not enough mana on Coolman to get that kill. So another kill going their way is up top. Ein, Spike, Carapace comes out, Impale afterwards, more right clicks. And Zayats instead is going to be the one that gets chased down here a little bit. 3 of those little stacks of the time dilation finds the bash, and another kill.
Looks like Ein making it work here with the 1-1-1 build, and getting too greedy in that bottom lane. Very unfortunate for Gambit, because they've been doing such a good job of shutting down this Ursa. Now maybe the revenge kill as they come back with full HP and mana.
Oh, dive. Wants to get the finish, doesn't have anything, and the burn is not quite going to be enough, but they have no regen down here. Do they have some going on the courier? Yeah, they got a
ring of health.
Yeah, the salve for from Lil as well for Coolman, so he'll have that.
He's all good to go, but yeah, they were doing such a good job keeping this Ursa down, but giving away the kill is going to help his net worth quite a bit. That basically just evens Coolman up with Afterlife, though, and this is not where you want your Ursa to be. Like, it is a hero that can like rotate the jungle a little bit on the earlier end, but this hero still likes Battle Fury, and he's still considering it right now, so you do not want to be dropping this far on the chart.
Ring of Health already purchased right there. It is interesting, right? Because obviously, like, we're still seeing some teams do it, but I feel like the Diffusal build had kind of gain back a little bit more in popularity, but in this game, needing to be that big bad carry eventually, and get all those items up. So we'll see.
Yeah,
stacks up in the jungle.
Various weaknesses, I think, this game to the Diffusal doesn't really seem like it's going to be quite as strong as some of the other matches.
No,
I like the idea of just getting huge.
Down bottom again. See if they try and get a little bit aggro. I mean, they just keep on trying to get this harassment onto Coolman, and it's like a lot of low-cost initiation-oriented things. You know, just this 2 points in Dragon Tail, not even breathing fire, sort of keeping that pressure on.
Yeah, part of the problem is that they don't really have the damage now. Once they're full HP from a HellRaisers trying to get kills. Chrono now dropped. That's much earlier than our Chrono's last game, that's for sure.
Stun afterwards. It's enough for the kill. And the Inkswell not going to be enough. Now they move in with the coil. Going to try and bring down Dream. Does have Time Walk, but leashed together. It's going to mean they won't get out of there. Rezo finds himself the kill. So a really nice rotation in from the puck. And, you know, in the meantime, Lena just going to try and spend this energy farming up the small camp of puck. See if Laranov tries to make a rotation. Hasn't even skilled up Laguna Blade, actually.
Yeah, Puck is the absolute best hero in Dota 2 out of the mid lane to rotate if you make any sort of aggressive moves near Puck's teammates' towers. Right? Like that's what a Puck player should be waiting for in every single game. Is just looking to TP to try and counter-initiate like that. And when it's a faceless Void Zone who generally takes a pretty long time to kill, just relies on the Chronos. There we go. Cool, man. The Enrage. He might just fall here.
Chase down, trying to get out of there.
Oh, he wants it.
Up in a second, and the right click coming through. It's not going to be enough. Afterlife backs out of there, and they won't quite manage to find that finish. Holy moly, that was close.
I love how he just had to see. He's like, how, you know, level 2 stun. How, if I click, no, I'm not doing any damage. I have no breathe fire. I'm getting out of here.
That's hilarious. Dude, this Laranov build is super interesting.
Oh,
Level 8,
this,
he's still holding up
down bottom. They went back in because they know that he's got no enrage.
Oh, Cool Man, no, not like this. Oh, the chase down. They actually kill Immersion. If Cool Man lives here, he's alive on nothing. Afterlife trying to move in. Ein also hides off in the trees. The stun is there, though, and that'll be enough to clean up. Immersion gives the tip afterwards. Does they get the kill on the courier? They will.
Did. All right, that was a lot of rotations across the map there. Got a couple good kills. I think that kind of all even out in the wash, frankly. The best part right now, though, is that the Lena continues to farm, but the Sand King stays ahead. Resolution just sitting in the lane, faces Void, has now headed off to the jungle. So I don't know, you got 2,000 gold, buddy. You watch some Ice games. Can I get a Radiance?
He's thinking about it.
He's pretty fat right now. Does he
Dude,
even need Blink right now? Like, he's a Puck and an Ursa. Ursa just wants to farm. Rezo.
He wants to battle. He's a battler. Can you hate him
let myself get excited. I actually love this because they have a lot of long-range damage from the supports.
Down bottom. Runoff is in the area, and there comes the stun, but Enrage got off right in time. Could have done it from Fog. That would have been really nice, but not quite in range.
But yeah, look for Rezo to get very aggressive. Right? Like, this is straight up Blink Dagger just means I'm killing people. That's really all it enables you to do. You know, you're not Anti-Mage. It's not going to help you farm that much faster. So, Coil now dropping the mid lane too.
Yeah. Bushwhack afterwards. Enough to take down Ein. Very well played. Can they transition this to anything afterwards? I mean, the thing that's interesting about this, right, is that it's Blink done and Rezo actually going to use it down bottom to try and bring down Afterlife. They have the silence afterwards, and that pays for itself. Very well played.
Oh man, in the mid lane too, they didn't really believe in the Bushwhack there. If they continued, they actually could have got Laranov too. Barely survived after the sharpshooter, but Kuman wasn't sure it was going to connect, I think.
Well, and now just pops the regen afterwards. Now, you still do have an opening here in a little bit. If you wanted to try and bring Resolution to fight, is that another regen? No, it's just a bug on the mini-map. But nonetheless, you know, I'm kind of wondering where you go next as the Sand King. Like, are you trying to keep playing with your team here? Do you just want to control this sort of lane and, you know, get Afterlife to lower HP consistently? I don't know, we'll see.
That is a good question. I feel like you could just try and push out this lane, and once it's at the tower, you can TP top and try and go for plays once the next Dream Coil's up. That's probably the best move that you have here, I would think, for Resolution.
Right
now, he's low on mana, and I mean, he's got Clarities in the Soul Ring, so it's not going to matter, but it looks like he's coming mid for a smoke. He's not going to make it in time, though. They're going to smoke without him, and he's actually going to get spotted by Ein. He's just here to interrupt him, slow him down.
Okay. In the meantime, Dream is over in the jungle, trying to build towards that Maelstrom, and it looks like they're going to find him. Can they blow him up, though? think the answer is yes. As the silence comes out, they've got the coil, stun afterwards, sharpshooter, Lil cleans up another kill, and HellRaisers continue this spree 7-3. And right now, they're looking quite good. The only one that's kind of struggling on their team so far has been Coolman, who, you know, is the lowest of the cores at this point.
What is he up to on this build right now? Is Lil gonna build like a full mech here? Is that where we're going right now? Looks like he's going mech.
Could go
cool.
medallion.
To the veil.
I'm
He's got headdress, so yeah, we'll let him figure it out.
Stun out.
Go either way, right?
I don't know.
I mean, we have seen like some value headdress, right? So that's probably all it is, honestly. It's just like hanging out with it and just go back from the much more standard medallion too.
Yeah. Looks like that's coming out right now, actually. So that'll be good for him. And you can see not a whole lot separating these two teams right now. And it does feel like, you know, the thing with Coolman is if he can get into this Battle Fury before too much longer, then it's going to start looking okay. Particularly because his team's able to make so much stuff happen around the map, right? Like the Sand King Blink Dagger and stuff. But I guess they're probably going to need to find another pickoff if they want to do it. Both Tier 1 towers taken in the safe lanes.
Oh, everything's up here, so I imagine they're going for another smoke. Or they're just going to like run at them. Yeah, smoke's coming out now from Zayat, so... Check the high ground there. And they're going to let Young G go mid. Okay, so they're just going to bring these two. That's the thing about this combo, the Sand King and the Grimstroke. They do have an overwhelming amount of damage once you have this blink, because you have the guaranteed ink swell into the follow-up. Void is a bit tough, though.
Silence afterwards.
That was sick.
Good. Damn.
That was so clever. The way they set that up with, like, prepping him once the smoke popped, they figured he must be at this camp, right? So I'm going to go get the perfect vision to ensure that you get the stun.
And meanwhile, they forced out the Supernova up top. A little over there, but the rest of them are coming over also. Gambit want to try and find a punish here onto Lil and Coolman. Moving in, looking for that opening. Have the Blink Dagger, stuns immediately. In trouble, completely dead. Still without his Battle Fury now at 13.5 minutes.
Lil, though. Juke.
He gets away.
Yeah, his team wasn't following there, though. Lil thought he had to save. Ooh, Zayats, can I get a stack here? Ursa's like, I can't farm that if you stack it again. So just farm the other one, please.
I mean, it's super stacked up. Yeah, that's an interesting point. I wonder if they could go and sneak that one. I don't really have heroes that can do it until like DK level 12 or something, though.
Yeah, we need the big guns.
Well, the game still not exactly where the Ursa wants to be, but to be honest, it's kind of the same thing for Dream. Like, both of them are struggling super hard on these cores, and they're not quite able to get in range there to find the pick onto Afterlife. So just continuing to farm, getting towards those items, maybe a pressure in a little bit to try and take a tower, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, Rezo has the bots now complete as well, so just global presence available from the Sand King and overwhelming magic damage in combination with that Dream Coil. So we've already seen it several times on the Faceless Void that it's going to be very difficult to live this game. There's that combo again.
Yeah,
ink swells all over the place right now, and when you have the silences to boot from the Phantoms and the chain stuns, they're in a lot of trouble. The only upside is they don't have any tower pressure, really, from the side of HellRaisers, so even getting a couple of kills, it can be hard to clean up an objective after.
Yeah. Well, and again, thinking about the way that Gambit played this, like with how strong of a combo this is from HellRaisers, you'd think that right now they'd be able to like do everything that they wanted on the map. Coolman would be having a completely free game, but he's still struggling. Like, he's about to finish off this Battle Fury now. And when he does that, obviously taking those stacks is going to be good. But it looks like Gambit want to fight first. Oh, jump in. Never mind.
Oh, guys,
they're going to take down Ein.
The Inkswell combo.
Zayats, he is afterwards going to fall. Lorenov still very strong. Top net worth in the game. They find that kill and could try and go for some tower pressure now as well if they want.
Yeah, I think they're tempted to with Afterlife having this ulti, right? Like, they brought everyone mid, but nope, everyone just runs away. Because the benefits there for HellRaisers is that Ursa was just farming that whole time, right? Now he's going to TP. He's going for the Ancients, so yeah. I don't think they're going to be able to contest him in time. All right, let's see. What they got now? 172. Give this man some... Oh, look at that from Lil. Lil's just going to accidentally steal a couple here.
As you do. You know?
Whoops.
That's fine. All right. He's officially online. Okay. HellRaisers are looking good now.
And that was a lot of gold. It was like 700 gold.
Yeah. And, you know, this is all, again, timed up pretty well if they want to try and fight with the Inkswell combo. They just see Afterlife, and I think that he is dead.
It is so good with the changes to the ulti. The fact that you can prep the epicenter like accurately now makes this like insanely good.
Yeah, man, this is their timing. This is really scary stuff now for Gambit. I mean, what do? Do you just need to like try and dodge or what?
Get off good eggs. So the right, cause that's the thing that they're really strong with. Oh, that's so bold.
He's trying to go for the chrono. It's not gonna happen. He's gonna drop. They do kill Resolution. The egg out afterwards, not bad. I'm now looking for follow-up here. They turn, able to get that stun. Where's his no in range? He's just dead. Chasing for more now. They have the leash onto all, but Yule Scepter lift up, still silence, can't quite walk out of there. The stun comes out from Afterlife, and they blow him up. That was your timing, HellRaisers. Oh no.
That max Carapace on the Ursa. That's what stunned him for so long, and he couldn't get off the enrage.
Damn, dude.
That is brutal. Yeah, as you said, that was the timing. Like, they just got that Battle Fury finished. And did I just see a BKB for Lornoff? My goodness. Well, that's one thing to do about the Inkswell combo. Of course, won't help if she gets caught at the beginning of it.
Right.
But, yeah, her team fights just got a lot easier.
Well, and I guess the thing that's interesting about this, right, is that, like, for HellRaisers, it was either your timing to like just sort of sit back and get Ursa's next item, or is your timing to like dominate the fights, and it turned into neither of them. And now they're gonna also take down Zayat in the mid lane, take down this tower, and Gambit all of the sudden are just looking really solid.
That was a great dive right there. I love that play from Immersion and Afterlife because they're trying to take advantage of the fact that they're already down a hero and try and catch them when they're already, you know, off tilt there. You know, they don't have their full lineup available. And you saw, what was the defensive option there? Lil tries to throw out a Bushwhack, doesn't connect on anyone, and everyone else is just forced to completely retreat. So that converts instantly into a tower, and just looks like game one from our previous series where we had Ramses on this Dragon Knight. Now it's Afterlife doing it, but it just looks so solid when you just get in the middle of the fight. You provide this vision, this guaranteed stun, and it makes it so easy for your teammates to follow up.
Oh, speaking of which, don't quite catch the Phoenix there. Scan, know that Lil is over here. He's running already. There's a sentry ward down.
Think he saw that? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Radiant scan caught afterwards anyways. Oh, this is really good from HellRaisers, though. Look at this movement that they're making. They realize now that this smoke ain't coming their way. They're going to get this D ward, and that should signal now to Gambit to get out of there.
They had an Ob Sentry combo, so they knew once they placed it that they'd given themselves away.
Right. Wait. Afterlife jumps in. Burrow Strike comes out afterwards. They catch on to Eye and blow him up. And now also going to get Zayat. Now, Chrono,
nice,
1-2. What has happened? Back and forth, the wheels go as Lil is going to get chased down. He gets taken down by Dream. What a disaster.
HellRaisers, they had the good lanes, but they're not really able to convert much off of this lead, and it stayed fairly even. And then when these fights start off, it's just all Gambit. It looks so good when they get their combo off, but if they don't have that perfect initiation from Rezo, things are a bit tough right now. They don't have a good answer to these eggs and chronos. It's just massive team fight spells that you don't really have to match with here on HellRaisers.
Yeah, that is, and I mean, I guess that we're sort of talking about it earlier, right? Like the jump in, jump out style of play. You know, when you've got BKBs that are now up on Gambit and stuff and ready to go, it makes it that much harder. This is bold. All right.
I love this.
All right.
He's running.
He got bashed once. He's like, all right, never mind. This isn't a good sign.
Yeah, he actually would have got away with it, too. They were not sure about this happening.
If it wasn't for those kids.
Now they're pinging it. Oh, no. That was HellRaisers again, actually.
Okay.
In fact, Gambit are circling bottom, perhaps signifying that they want to go for a move. Maybe they just want to give up this Roach because they don't have Chrono and Egg. They're not that concerned about it.
Yeah, maybe.
They must know at this point. It's an Ursa lineup. They haven't seen anyone. No one's pushing top. They have vision ahead of that tower. They know this Roach is happening.
Right. Farm up the map. Get ready for somebody to TP back to the other side, and then just sort of make your play from there. Iron's waiting for somebody here, but there's nobody to be found. And meanwhile, HellRaisers gonna make a concerted effort. Everybody heading over this way. Blink forward. Rezo spotted. And it looks like the rest of Gambit are going to back out now. As Vendetta's wearing off. Sit up on this high ground, see if anybody follows. It looks like this is just going to be a farming first part of the Aegis. They almost have pipe down on Afterlife too. There's still a lot of cool things going on for them.
Yeah, I think they just don't want to force anything right now with the chrono not being up as well. They just want to like hang out.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to try and play the opposite side of the map with their Faceless Void as Dream does finish up the SNY alongside this Manta. So looking pretty good. SNY now done as well for Kuman too.
Okay. He's not with his team, nor is the Faceless Void, but the smoke's going to wear out there. DD picked up, good stun afterwards. Renov gets that BKB, runs forward, tries to take down Resolution now. Can he manage to escape? Essence Ring running. Still got the jump away. Very, very swift on this Sand King, but doesn't have a Blink Dagger. Dude, that Urn Charge.
All right,
is it going to be enough to get the kill? Oh, just
you went for the biggest
Resolution. Oh my God, he gets away. What? Dude, that Dragon's Slave looked like it hit.
Oh, T, why are you fighting without him, though? You need Reso. Is this going to work?
Well, they get one. Okay.
All right, that's fine. Take the one.
That was hype.
Okay, that little sidestep to turn left and then right to bait out the bad LSA was nasty. Yeah. That was actually a crazy play. I can't believe he was able to get it after that brief fire, too. I thought he was done, so.
Oh, yeah.
How does this guy do it in the off lane, too? Like, seriously. You know, he loves being the star of the show.
It's true. Sometimes, you know, you need an all-star. That's what happens.
Well, you guys think you're cool with your little Inkswell combos. What if my Dragon Knight just jumps on you and stun you? You know, no cool combos and timings required. Just point and click adventure here for Afterlife.
Yeah, Afterlife's a working man offlaner, you know? He just goes in, hits that dragon tail, moves on with his life.
Just some blue-collar Dota, that's all.
We do have a little bit of a disconnect here. We're going to get back into it in just a moment. You're not missing anything.
That's
Don't
Radio
worry,
Caster. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dragon Knight in the bottom lane. He's clicking creeps. They're green creeps, since you can't see them. Yeah, he's standing by that bush and that rock. You guys know the one I'm talking about? Down by the old side shop? Yeah, no, it's okay. Don't worry, Yosin. It's fine. I got this covered.
We're chilling.
Yep.
We're hanging
the
out.
Puck is passing serenely through the waters of the mid lane by the ramps.
Just kidding.
Hey, this was a serene, all right? Let the people relax.
I wanted to see if they'd fall for it. I don't think anybody did.
It's okay. Now all they can see is serene waters right now. So
that's right.
It's all going very well right now.
Raise your hand in chat if you.
Oh
if you
God, the
believe
minimap's
that
on the right-hand side. It's been like that the whole time.
Probably.
A prize.
I believe in it.
Filthy.
Well, we're good to go. Everything is working as intended.
Ooh,
smoke up now. As Gambit making their move, possibly. Ooh, counter smoke. Rezo, Dream, they spot each other. Furrow Strike to start it. Have the catch onto both. Spike here, pistol. Nice combo. And the chrono connects onto 3. Great hit there as they're going to take down all of them one by one. Aegis now lonely alone trying to get out of there. Just managed to find the kill onto Ein with Rezo, but the turnaround comes. Young trying to salvage something here. Can they do it with just those couple of hits? Ursa on his second life, trying to walk after there. Renov able to find the finish though. So in the end, 4 for 1. What a pretty fight. Ein sets it up, and then of course Dream just knocks it down.
Combo, baby. That was sick. Nice chrono as well. And it all comes back to, like, they need the perfect initiation. That's really the story of these fights for the HellRaisers. And yeah, he's been completely annoying and obnoxious on this Nyx assassin. He's done a great job this game. For a first pick hero, he's had such a huge impact, especially with the lane that he was sort of handed to on the hero. First from using that the mana burn that we don't often see to this maxed Carapace build. The ability to have this on like a 10-second cooldown and stun and disconnect multiple heroes during that team fight is just so good.
Totally. Yeah, and it's like that perfect low-cost initiation that you need. Is I can't quite find the Inkswell there. Dream feeling good about himself. Again, this man playing with like no dispel right here on this Faceless Void. Like if he gets caught, he's just dead. But of course, he was able to get out of there at the last second. HellRaisers wanting to make a move, still only a 3,000 gold lead for Gambit, but Syed's now in some trouble. Bushwhack not going to be enough to keep him alive. And now the Aeon Disc going to get proc Afterlife there for the stun afterwards. Can't get it with the phase shift. Can he escape? Good blink out by Young G. And, well, nowhere to go. Afterlife can't follow.
That's them picking up kills, too, while they don't have the egg available. So,
right.
Keep moving forward. They didn't need the Laguna either. And so it looks like Monaco wants to just go push out that top lane as the BKB is complete from Dream. So there you go. Had to get through some rough spots without the massive Dispel and the saving item, but now he's feeling really strong with Sanjin Yasha and BKB.
Yeah, it's tough. Like at this point, like you're trying to get towards the Ags on Young G. He's currently the lowest on his team as far as the full cores are concerned, and I don't know. I've tended to feel pretty like anti these like mid Lenas recently. I don't know why, but God, Lorenov is playing a really good game. I feel like he's adjusted really well to what his team needs in this one.
It's a very good setup for Lena in this game too, I think, between the Chrono and
there's
the DK.
The caster curse.
Yeah, well done. Perfectly executed. That was flawless. That's TI caliber caster curse right there. Yeah, it's just too powerful.
Apologies to all the Gambit fans. My bad. That's all I'm gonna say. My B. And that I mean,
or someone on the other side, you know, like Young G. Oh, there you go. See, he coiled a Carapace. That's got to count for something, right?
Yeah, you get halfsies.
Oh my goodness, there they go. Sorry, they got him in the end.
Yeah, they're still gonna get ironed. Nicely played. Okay, HellRaisers making a couple like pretty clutch kills happen here, because it felt like it was just sort of snowballing from there. Roche back up potentially in 50 seconds. We'll see what that timer actually ends up looking like.
What is the next big step up, I guess, is the question for HellRaisers, because Ursa is on a bit of a one-track mind this game, right? It's like, I just want to jump in on whatever is coiled and not chronoed. So it's a bit difficult for Kuman to avoid these massive AoE spells and ideally have something capable of taking down these eggs from immersion. But I suppose the Basher is really going to help that. Maybe they can secure a few more pickoffs as well. Try and make the fights 5v4 as they're moving in to try and combat a little bit of this Wombo combo. See if they can just outnumber them, take away one of the pieces.
Well, and, you know, being able to find the fight on their terms, right? Like, I guess that's sort of one of the things that they were doing so well at the start on HellRaisers was, like, you know, taking the fight and just eliminating that one person right at the start with the resolution combo with, you know, Zayats. And now you're sort of going to have, well, I'm sure, I mean, HellRaisers hope at least the same type of thing with this Basher coming out.
Rezo's ready for that big play. I feel like the first time I saw this a lot was actually KP when he used to do the hood and keep it locked before making a pipe. So you got the double buff in one fight. But Rezo, everyone's into this one now with the Aeon Disc. So I have to keep an eye on that. So he makes a massive play on his first assembly here.
Good vision down by Gambit. Zayat shows on the ward. Now what you need to do. Hoodwink, they try and interrupt it. Not going to happen, but they find a catch. Kuman gets him right there with the bash onto the one. But the Chrono afterwards not going to be able to get the enraged kill off now. And I think Youngji lives. It's the phase shift off, trying to walk away. Enrage still working there off to the side. Kuman needs to turn, needs to try and stay alive. It's not going to happen. Dead for 80 seconds. No buyback. Zayat's also going to die back here. Oh no, the tips are flying after he dies, and it's an instant spawn on Roche. What? Oh,
okay, man. Scouted out as well. The most important moment, it seems, in Dota these days. The second Roche appearing. A gift given over to Gambit. And they will happily take it. Now, who gets this shard? That's the question.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Oh, with Chrono? Can we have it on Lena? Can we please?
Took the
cowards.
Aegis. Unbelievable.
You cowards.
They just gave it to Void.
Yeah, the Void one's good.
All right. Well, things looking pretty good now for Gambit. That combo right there, right? Of like die back on heroes right as Roche is spawning. You know, if Roche spawns 30 seconds later or something, you know, maybe you have another shot at it, but that one really is a backbreaker.
That Chrono was amazing, by the way. We didn't really get a chance to talk about it. Oh, great follow-up there. He was just, that was like the frame trap.
Spike Carapace?
Yeah. Oh, but not, is it synced up?
Oh,
dude, please.
Not quite. He's looking. He wants it. Oh, Youngji, get out of there, buddy. He's away. That was kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, they almost had something there. But yeah, that Chrono was ridiculous. Like, I thought he was going to miss the Ursa. He got so perfectly placed there. Like, I think Puck was trying to keep the spacing, like, thinking, like, okay, there's no way I get Chrono if I'm this far away. And he just got them both right on the cusp. Like, Ursa was, like, hanging and lurching out of that thing. He could have licked you from inside the Chrono. You know, his head would have been still thrashing around.
That's an interesting physics idea. What if your body ages differently inside the chronosphere and outside? So you can, like, wave with your hand. You know what I mean? You get what I mean? You get what I'm talking about, right, Trent?
Ah, man, my face is so wrinkly. My crow's feet are coming out from all these chronos they missed on my face.
Exactly. That's the problem. I just want to take that analogy there. So a 5,000 gold lead now. They got Gem back again. Cheese on Dream. They're ready to go with this. Scotty. Lil. Oh, you are in no man's land. Does he get out of here?
He's trying to make some big space here.
No, he's mega dead.
Yeah, he's been playing in the tree lines, trying to slow things down a little bit and try and get Kuman into another big item here in the BKB. And Kuman's so desperate, he's like hopping up high grounds here with that Earth Shock, just trying to farm as fast as barely possible.
All right, we got to stop, honestly. Like, you know, they're going to kick us off this broadcast.
I'm just trying to help chat out and get us kicked off. Like, I don't know what you're talking about here.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be a hero here. Speaking of amazing shards, the Grimstroke 1 Zayats is available this game. So maybe if we can get back on track with these Inkswell combos, things will be looking a little bit better for me. 40% more damage and the big heals, you know? You know, it'd be nice to get the Inkswell onto Kuman, I think, with how the fight's been going for him. He kind of needs that, like, second life with all the stuns that he's being dealt.
It's true. I mean, he just needs so much. This is really, like... I feel like Ursa is so much about that laning stage and, like, getting off to a hot start, and he kind of didn't, and now he's, like, still up there in terms of net worth and all that stuff, but it always just feels like you need that one extra item.
Yeah, this... I don't know if it was like a bad pick necessarily, but this makes the pick look bad because of the state of the game right now. If they'd continued to get those pickoffs that they were getting, then this could have been a little bit better. But, I mean, at the same time, you think about the start that Rezo gave him, and it feels like there's a lot of heroes that could have had a better game. Like, you go back to that idea of like a Terrorblade or something a little bit larger that could have an easier time playing around these massive team fight abilities from the side of Gambit versus someone who needs to be in the thick of it the whole time. And you imagine this game likely goes a bit better.
It's true, yeah. And, I mean, you know, these things snowball off of each other, definitely. And, I mean, the other thing that I would really want to watch for now is, like, is there any moment of weakness where Gambit overextends slightly? You've got an Aghanim Scepter done on Young G. It feels like the game can kind of play itself a little bit for Gambit if they just sort of, you know, control these areas, out-farm HellRaisers. But HellRaisers are sort of staying in it and staying consistent. It's definitely not outside of the reach. It's just they got to, you know, find those perfect fights and initiate well.
Kill DK and get the gem. That's the dream.
Oh.
There's an A on disc here.
Okay, Livin. Out of there for the moment. Zayat's not so lucky, no way on this for him.
And Afterlife just confidently dewarding.
Yeah.
That's what's really going to choke them out this game. I think it's just taking care of all that vision, because the way back in is some kind of wild pickoffs by split pushing these lanes with the Puck, the Sand King, and even the Hoodwink can help out a little bit, but they are just bull rushing right through that China shop that is your mid lane.
That is tough. You want to be able to have this fight right now with Zayat.
They're done.
Trying to defend high ground.
Hello, knock knock. Anyway, HellRaisers, are you home?
They're just going. Like, God, they're not able to stop this. I don't know.
Nothing to say, I think, is about correct here.
Jump in, coil, not going to really do all much. Chrono comes out afterwards, actually breaks it. Didn't know the Aghanim's there, but it's going to still be enough to find a kill onto Kuman. No buyback available. Devastating, as they're just going to go in and find this finish. I mean, they're debating between tier 4s or going for tier 3s, but there is no buyback on the bear. Kuman didn't do anything.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate there. A nice fresh BKB for next game available for him, as Afterlife hops in and stuns up Rezo too.
Looking to just keep him under control. No coil afterwards. A tragedy indeed for HellRaisers, who are looking so good at the start. Aeon Disc comes together, but not before the racks are going to fall here in just a moment. Young G maybe could go for some type of other play. He's gonna find himself Ein hiding off in the trees there, but dude, they're just looking good. Gambit knew what they needed to do, jumps in now, jumps back afterwards. Lorenov gets force-stabbed in, sharpshooter. Can they find a kill? Resolution just gets beaten down to death. Lina is not even gonna die here. One by one, they all go down, and GG is called. Impressive showing from Gambit.
Yeah, really well done. HellRaisers had this very aggressive strategy that was panning out quite well in the early game with those big Inkswell combos on the Sand King and just constantly giving them a numbers advantage by getting a full burst down 100-0 on one of the players from Gambit. But then HellRaisers didn't really have the ability to actually conquer objectives and like finish pushing the lane and taking that tower. And so kill after kill after kill after kill, they're not getting anything for it. And over that time, Gambit just get to these big team fight spells and items, and your game just feels kind of impossible.
No, I was particularly impressed with Lorenov. I think that this Lina looked really good, 11-1 and 8. And there was like some little things, right? Like you saw the young G rotations, and Lorenov was like, I'm not even going to do that. He didn't skill ulti until level 9 on Lina. He was just like, I am farm. That is me. And I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be a force to be reckoned with later, and just focused on his own game. Very cool stuff to see. Real quick before we head on to a quick little break, anything that you want to see HellRaisers change going into game number 2 that immediately sticks out?
Probably just the general game plan seems a little bit off. I don't know like how fast you have to play this lineup to make it work, because they played so well and so fast that they were so close to pulling it out. But I think that this is just inevitably going to be a very difficult game to play. Like if you win this, it's impressive. It can be done, but it doesn't offer a lot of mistakes. And the few mistakes that they did make in some of those earlier team fights led to the victory here from Gambit. They could just play a lot more relaxed from their own point of view. So I think just difficulty for HellRaisers needs to be like toned down a little bit here.
All right, well, tone down the difficulty a little bit. Otherwise, this is going to be the last game of the day coming up in just a little bit. Or maybe HellRaisers can pull it back. We'll see in just a few. For now, to go quick break. When we get back, panel's going to break it all down, which includes us. I should just say Dan's going to come back. But yeah, we'll see y'all in a few.
Off the couch, Dan.